First they ignore you, then they laugh at you, then they fight you, then you win. Live as if you were to die tomorrow. Learn as if you were to live forever. You must be the change you wish to see in the world. Happiness is when what you think, what you say, and what you do are in harmony. The best way to find yourself is to lose yourself in the service of others. Where there is love, there is life. It is better to be violent, if there is violence in our hearts, than to put on the cloak of nonviolence to cover impotence. Strength does not come from physical capacity. It comes from an indomitable will. It is health that is real wealth and not pieces of gold and silver. Power is of two kinds. One is obtained by the fear of punishment and the other by acts of love. Power based on love is 1,000 times more effective and permanent than the one derived from fear of punishment. In a gentle way, you can shake the world. The weak can never forgive. Forgiveness is the attribute of the strong. Even if you are a minority of one, the truth is the truth. Satisfaction lies in the effort, not in the attainment. Full effort is full victory. You must not lose faith in humanity. Humanity is an ocean. If a few drops of the ocean are dirty, the ocean does not become dirty. The greatness of a nation can be judged by the way its animals are treated. A nation's culture resides in the hearts and in the soul of its people. Prayer is the key of the morning and the bolt of the evening. An eye for an eye only ends up making the whole world blind. The good man is the friend of all living things. There is a higher court than courts of justice, and that is the court of conscience. It supersedes all other courts. There is a sufficiency in the world for man's need but not for man's greed. An ounce of practice is worth more than tons of preaching. A small body of determined spirits fired by an unquenchable faith in their mission can alter the course of history. When I admire the wonders of a sunset or the beauty of the moon, my soul expands in the worship of the Creator. Man's nature is not essentially evil. Brute nature has been known to yield to the influence of love. You must never despair of human nature. The essence of all religions is one. Only their approaches are different. If I had no sense of humor, I would long ago have committed suicide. You can chain me, you can torture me, you can even destroy this body, but you will never imprison my mind. A coward is incapable of exhibiting love. It is the prerogative of the brave. Man becomes great exactly in the degree in which he works for the welfare of his fellow men. Morality is the basis of things and truth is the substance of all morality. Anger is the enemy of non-violence and pride is a monster that swallows it up. Prayer is not asking. It is a longing of the soul. It is daily admission of one's weakness. It is better in prayer to have a heart without words than words without a heart. Truth never damages a cause that is just. I object to violence because when it appears to do good, the good is only temporary, the evil it does is permanent. Nobody can hurt me without my permission. In prayer it is better to have a heart without words than words without a heart. It is the quality of our work which will please God and not the quantity. We may stumble and fall but shall rise again. It should be enough if we did not run away from the battle. There are people in the world so hungry, that God cannot appear to them except in the form of bread. A man who was completely innocent, offered himself as a sacrifice for the good of others, including his enemies, and became the ransom of the world. It was a perfect act. The real ornament of woman is her character, her purity. A no, uttered from the deepest conviction is better than a yes is merely uttered to please, or worse, to avoid trouble. My religion is based on truth and non-violence. Truth is my God. Non-violence is the means of realizing Him. To believe in something, and not to live it, is dishonest. The human voice can never reach the distance that is covered by the still small voice of conscience. I am prepared to die, but there is no cause for which I am prepared to kill. Whatever you do may seem insignificant to you, but it is most important that you do it. Freedom is never dear at any price. It is the breath of life. What would a man not pay for living? Non-cooperation with evil is as much a duty as is cooperation with good. If we are to teach real peace in this world, and if we are to carry on a real war against war, we shall have to begin with the children. Those who know how to think need no teachers. Self-respect knows no considerations. Anger and intolerance are the enemies of correct understanding. Rights that do not flow from duty well performed are not worth having. The main purpose of life is to live rightly, think rightly, act rightly. The soul must languish when we give all our thought to the body. In matters of conscience, the law of the majority has no place. Truth is by nature self-evident. As soon as you remove the cobwebs of ignorance that surround it, it shines clear. The difference between what we do and what we are capable of doing would suffice to solve most of the world's problems.